Hello. I'm here to answer some of your questions about culinary school and becoming a cook in general. I've been looking at a lot of chat forums and seeing what the common questions are. So I figured I would try to sit down and answer some of them. Hopefully, it'll help some of you guys out in deciding what you want to do or deciding whether or not you want to go to culinary school. So here we go. Uh, what is the environment at culinary school? Is it stressful or is there any fun to be had? Okay, first off, it depends on what culinary school you go to. If you go to a place like Le Cordon Bleu, it's a total circus. Like, you're probably going to have a blast. You're probably going to meet some people you really dig. But don't expect it to be too crazy. Like, it's not very militant. The biggest pain in the butt is tying your little tie. All right. Second of all, if you go to a place like the CIA, yeah, dude, you're going to do some work because they make you put in some serious hours. They also require either 6 months of kitchen work or I think 6 months at a culinary program at a college. So those are two things to consider. Very different educations, but I, I can't like I can't possibly put enough emphasis on if you don't find cooking fun, don't even think about going to culinary school. That's just a waste of money. If you think cooking is fun, but you're not really sure, really, really think about it. If you're positive that you want to go into cooking and you just haven't worked in the kitchen and you want to get into a kitchen fast, a culinary program is a great way to get your foot in the door. Okay, but my school, I went to Le Cordon Bleu in Pasadena, California, and it was very enjoyable. I had a blast. I was probably one of the more serious students while we were there, but I had a lot of fun cooking there. Cooking's awesome. If you don't like, come on, man, come on. Cooking grilled cheese is fun. All right, next. Here we go. What are the teachers like? Are they over the top serious or do they enjoy themselves? The teachers, it's like at any other profession. I mean, there are all sorts of different people. You know, there's some people that probably really shouldn't be teaching, and then there are some that are like so good. You're almost like, why are you teaching and you don't have a family of 20 kids? Like, you know, I had like three different kinds of professors. Professors that I was kind of like about. Professors that I respected because they were ass kickers, and you know, of course, had skills. And then there was the other set of professors that were just the nicest people that I've ever met. So it's a mixed bag. You're gonna. It depends on where you go. Again, probably the quality of the professor. But I imagine in most culinary programs, you know, teachers are people, and people come in all sorts of different flavors. But I think you can probably rely that a lot of them are going to enjoy themselves and are going to enjoy teaching you as long as you give them a decent amount of respect. That's all you can ask for. Question the third. What can I expect my classmates to be like given many are coming out of high school? Ooh, good one. Good one. This is something I had a problem with. See, because I went to college I went to college forever. Went through like every major in the book. Ended up graduating with a bachelor's of science in general biology. But the difference between going into a culinary program as a college graduate and going into a culinary program as like a 17 or 18-year-old kid is like night and day. Night and day. I was all about actually cooking and I took that very seriously, and I wanted it to be smooth and organized and everything, and I didn't really care about lecture, whereas the high schoolers kind of didn't really care about anything, but they just really had no study habits. It was a fucking nightmare. Like, it was a just, oh god, they were so ill prepared for any type of testing or anything like reading, writing. It was sad. It was really sad. So you can expect your classmates to be very immature for the most part, unless you're in a really high impacted program. Again, like some of the people over at CIA, you know, they're very serious. So, and I'm not talking CIA as the exclusive program, but there are many, many culinary programs around the United States, from community college programs to just even free community clinic programs that are serious cooking classes. But overall, I don't know, a lot of goofballs coming out of high school. I was one. Let's see, number 4 here. Were any of us immediately enamored by our schoolwork, or were people not passionate about the coursework? More people were not passionate about their coursework. I think a lot of people saw being a cook as kind of a really simple way to make a living. A real simple way to make $1. Hey, I can cook at home. Everyone likes my cooking. I'll do that, and then I'll become famous because food TV is something, and it's yay science. What? It's I don't think anyone likes going to a lecture on something they're half-hearted about. People cooked and enjoyed that, but I think people that went to lecture a lot of the time are just kind of like, you have to learn about food safety and the histories of food, and you're like, I don't care. I don't care why this was famous in the 1400s. I want to know what to serve at a restaurant so it can make me some money. Anyway, question the 5th. Is there a lot of dishwashing? Dishwashing. No, you don't have to worry about dishwashing so much. You are going to most likely wash your own dishes at culinary school, okay? But once you get into a real kitchen, for the most part, you're not doing your own dishes. What you should be doing is cooking for the people that wash your dishes so that they keep cleaning your dishes and getting you dishes and getting you through service, because without them we're totally fucking worthless as cooks, because you cannot cook without a pan. It's a challenging thing, or a pot, or any other vessel that you might cook something in. It's difficult. It's difficult. So be good to your dishwashers. That's a lesson. That's an involuntary one right there. Speaking of dishwashing, be good to them. Cook them food. Ask about their families. It's a very important link. It's a very important link. Okay. Very passionate about that. Question 6. How much stress will there be at school? This person's really worried about stress. How much stress will there be at school, and how much will there be at work as a chef? Okay. At school, you'll have no stress. At work, you'll have so much stress, you'll probably want to kill yourself and take someone in your kitchen along with you. There's a short answer. Question 7. How long before I have steady income from cooking? That's a really good question. I don't have a generalized answer for that. If you live on one of the coasts in a good city, it's expensive to live here. It fucking sucks, but it's the way it is. And people don't make enough as cooks. If you're more worried about making wages, I would say go to front of house, because all they do is stand around, polish shit, complain about their lives and how the fucking call from their agent didn't come through, and they get tips and all sorts of other gratuities that are, apparently not appropriate for kitchen workers. So, my answer to you is I don't know. First of all, if you have student loans, you have to pay those back, and that just gargles nuts. Get a cheap place, live in a cheap part of the city. You'll have a steady income if you don't suck. But a lot of people quit kitchen jobs quickly because the kitchens aren't right for them, and I can't say whether that's good or not, just because why work in a place where you're miserable? But if your heart is in it and you found a kitchen and you're working nonstop, you're gonna have money. It'll be a steady income. I don't know what steady income. I don't know if you mean like a high amount of income, because if you're looking for a lot of money, no, wrong industry. Okay, next question. Are there any aspects of being a chef that are fun? That are actually fun? Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Dude, we cook food for a living. It's like one of the best, there's flying fighter planes, or like the space shuttle. That's probably the dopest thing ever. Second thing would probably be like firefighter, special forces guy, just basic, like, oh man, my mom's probably gonna watch this, I have to be careful what I say. A lady magnet, and then cooking, like, because it's awesome, and then maybe like flour arranging under that because it's like cooking without stress. It's like, come on, man, cooking is awesome. Everything about being a chef is fun. It depends on how you look at it. You can either look at something as being a task and being like miserable, like looking over your stock and having to order, or you can be like, I love this part, like I'm not getting yelled at, I don't have to deal with customers. Everyone's different, but yes, there are many aspects of being a chef that are fun. And if you can't identify anything about being a chef that might sound fun to you, change your line of work immediately before you even consider school. Okay, question the 9th. Anything else to know about school or becoming a chef as a career? Yeah, there are a lot of. I'm not going to answer this question. This is a stupid question. I don't know why I even wrote this as. Anything else to know about school? Yeah, take school seriously, and you'll get something out of it. If you don't take it seriously, it'll be a giant waste of money. Becoming a chef as a career. It's a horrible idea if you're not interested or completely in love with food. It's a really, really bad idea, as a matter of fact. I mean, there couldn't be a work. It's really hard hours. It's back-breaking work. You're going to sweat. You're going to burn. You're going to cut yourself. You're not going to see your family or your friends. It's fucking brutal. But if you do it, and if you commit your life to it, and if you meet someone, who supports that life, you could be one of the luckiest people on earth, because it is a great gig. It's a great gig. All right, question number 10. What kind of gear would you suggest that I buy for kitchen work? If you go to school, you're gonna get a knife kit. So start with that. Make sure that you have a decent chef's knife, a decent paring knife, a serrated knife to like saw through bread or like really soft tomatoes. You want a honing steel to keep that edge. You want trying to think, a microplane, really good thing to have. A fish turner is a really good thing to have. Tongs, metal locking tongs, I find are my favorite. If you're on a really effing hot grill, like a wood burning, you may want to get the extra long tongs. That way you don't, cook your hand to medium rare. Silicone spatulas, awesome. And then a few really good spoons. A nice heat-proof spoon, wooden spoon, a perforated spoon. That's all I can think of right now. That's some clutch gear. Other things would be like measuring spoons, a bird's beak knife, a vegetable peeler, and that's all I can think of right now. If I think of more, I'll let you know. Number 11. Tips on how to be a good kitchen worker. That's good. That's good. Okay. See, this is a good one because every kitchen is different, but most cooks are the same. And one thing all cooks hate is a blowhard coming into their kitchen talking about how their last job was either better or did something differently, and this is how they did it over at my last. We don't want to hear about it, man. We really don't. We want you to cook the fucking food you're supposed to cook and get it out on time. That's all we want. So don't be a blowhard. No one likes a fucking blowhard. That's really irritating. Oh, I worked here. No one cares where you worked. Okay? If we don't ask you, don't volunteer the information. Be quiet, keep your head down, work clean, work hard. Push long hours so that people notice. How to be a good kitchen worker. What else? It doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. If someone like senior to you in the kitchen basically tells you this is the way I want something, and you might have a better method of doing it. And he says, I want it done this way. You say, yes, chef, because your job is to carry out their vision. Their job is not to compromise to your vision. And if you disagree with me, wow, you're a nouveau chef, that's so cool and edgy, and wow, you must have tattoos that are fun at parties. I don't care. Okay? To be a good employee in any capacity, you do what your superior says. You may be able to give them advice on it later, but you do the job now. That's what you do. You execute what they tell you to do. So don't take things personally. If someone says you do something shitty, you just go, I, and you just let it go, like water off a duck's butt. You got to be really resilient in a kitchen. You cannot take things personally. You have to be professional, and you also have to be an advocate for those in your kitchen, which means that even when things are really difficult on you, if you're sinking and you see someone going down harder, I don't know how things might be different in your kitchen in this capacity, but in a lot of kitchens you can slide and help. Do that. Help people. Be known as that guy who maybe might not always say yes, but the guy who's not known for saying no. You want to have some testicular fortitude, or for girls, you want to wear your lady berries on the outside a little bit, but at the same time you don't want to be like a self-serving prick. Be a team player. Team player. There you go. And let's see. Lastly, to wrap it up, good kitchen worker. Someone told me this the other day, and I like this. Be early to work, okay? Because if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're running late, don't come to the kitchen because you're already fired. And that's pretty much all I got for you. You're going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be hot. You're going to work a lot when you're sick, which I know sounds like totally stupid, but it happens. Be safe. Wash your hands. Cover your mouth. Don't be stupid. Push hard for the people around you. This is a really selfless job. You're not going to get thanked a lot for the stuff that you do. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be about just you. You should be able to, relate to the rest of your team, and the rest of your team should be able to relate to you, and you guys should be like, we did it, like, good job, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go get drunk and forget about feeling feelings. Yeah. And that's pretty much all I got for you. So, any more questions, fire them over. Happy to answer them.